I really don't know, frankly. A definition for me, I feel, is inconsequential because I'm just like any other worker. You can't be ethical enough. It's a lie. You know, there's a scene in a movie called Satte Pe Satta. Clothes are meant to give them joy, not disharmony. I'm very fortunate. I have a wonderful set of customers. I also get once in a while an angry customer.
Okay.
Once a year, maybe once in 2 years, there is that high. When you, for me, it is when you have really sweated for a collection, you don't know how you put it together, it makes it to the runway, everybody is ready, the guests are in place, you can see them on the monitors,
right.
And the models are looking fine, you are waiting in the wings with them. And I cannot describe to you, for me, that is a bit of my nirvana. So I got up so early, I ran to the Saket metro, I got off at their metro, it was direct, their car took me, I was home by 11:30, didn't even know I went. But jo bhi hai, wahan khade ho sakte. Now I want to be in that car.
Having won over a disease like cancer, you know, something that brings literally jitters to people. How has that changed you in your aesthetic, in your overall view in life? How do you see yourself as a person before and after that?
I don't know how people do it. To be honest, I practiced Buddhism and it saved me. Not from the health, the doctor saved me from the cancer, but the Buddhism saved me from my internal messes.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I can truly talk about it without having a teary feeling or a self-pity moment is because I really chanted it out of my cells.
Okay.
Just prayed and got out of it. And it gave me that confidence that it's not a big deal and you can overcome it. Of course, the pain and fear of an injection is horrifying for a person like me. I wasn't so scared of those X-ray machines.
Okay.
I was more scared of the process of how fatal it is and all these things. I am also now with a lot of my friends who are at various stages of this cancer. I do believe, because some of us are very healthy women, none of us had excesses.
Right.
So obviously there is something in our environment we're commonly doing, and there's absolutely no research for it to tell us that this is what we did wrong. Did I use a deodorant? A roll-on, an antiperspirant which gave me, was that cappuccino I had every day in a coffee plastic cup? Was that what it was? Was it water in a coffee cup? Was it my yogurt? What did I do wrong? I mean, there's so many questions, I mean, people like me would have. And there are a lot of friends I have who have not been so fortunate as me, who have overcome it. And some of them have really had very difficult cancers. And you know, I know your heart will sink when you go back to the doctor or your report says it's back, you know, and then your whole game changes. And this sense of freedom, which they say, the only thing I learned was that how much we love ourselves.
Right.
When you are really told that, hey, you're not going to live, you may not live, you're so shattered, you're moaning, you're crying. Who are you crying for? You're crying for your own self.
Right.
There's nobody dying other than yourself. So you really, really, I feel, love yourself. And this is a Buddhist quote where they say, one day of life is more important than 1,000 world treasures.
Okay.
I mean, world systems, what they mean is the whole universe, the Brahman or whatever. So one really, even me, I forget that. Like right now I'll be panicking about my work and I will forget it. But I also feel it's a good thing to forget. I was very grateful to my customers who gave me trouble, or we had deliveries and deadlines at that time when I was that 30 days where you're a zoo animal for tests. Because I was worrying about them, I wouldn't think about my illness.
Right.
So I always tell that advice to someone who rings me and says, hey, I'm in work and I've got, guess what, I've also got, you know, I get a lot of calls now about breast cancer. So I'll say, go back, find a difficult client who'll pester you, who'll just be busy with them and focus on them. Don't think about yourself, because all it means is, oh, they're going to take that pain and it will end. Because you do these biopsies, they're very, very painful. And the doctors also have a job to do. So how much hand-holding can they do? I mean, and what is it going to get you? You're still going to hurt like hell.
Right.
So the only thing is it stops. It gets lesser every day. So for all those who've had operations, it will lessen, and you can overcome it, I guess. See, death is anyway part of human life,
Yes,
so
it's inevitable.
we don't know when we're gonna die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's good, I guess. I thought my busy was good for me.
Okay. And has there been any change in your aesthetic since then?
What I learned was that for a while I was a bit caught up, because it's a long disease. Don't forget, a year does go by and you are sort of working, but you're not really able to be combative.
Okay.
So what I think I discovered later was that I'm less fearful. I've gotten more stronger, and to an extent I can take on more. And I'm not saying I've turned into Iron Man or something, but it does craft out, and you have more fun when you can.
Right.
I learned to have that.
You've seen the fashion world literally changing.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there should be something that is changing in the fashion education so that students come out to be better in terms of designers?
There's a lot of great talent. I'm a mentor to JD Institute right now since 2 seasons, 2 years. And I see a lot of their collections. Earlier I used to work a lot with Pearl. Sometimes I work with NIFT. And we also get interns from all over. Now, there is a student the only thing going wrong with students is there's some kind of insecurity which makes them want to be like the guys next to it. So my only thing as a person is I can find from far the guys who stood together, and they always say, how do you know? I said, because you all look the same. So there is that thing. Also, they tend to try to mimic the West. The education system, you see, the college books, the curriculum is also borrowed from the West. God knows from which period it is. Definitely we need it. We need the construction, and I'm also very grateful to NIFT and to the colleges which taught me my construction, and thanks to them I have a base. I can work as a master. You know, I'm not going to get intimidated at any stage. So some of the students are exceedingly unique and gifted.
Okay.
God bless them. And they are really already out there. But there are tragedies. Their handwriting could be naturally a certain style, and that may not be what an exhibition needs, what a market needs. So they sort of they can lose hope in that. Then of course there's the guys who are very good at being your seconds. Those should go out in the market as seconds, then, because the industry needs them. Not everyone is meant to be a designer, I feel.
Okay.
They will discover their skills, and their teachers are the best judges to see what their natural style is, and they should really advise them in the industry or where they should go. That you would be great as a marketing guy, you'd be great in TV, you'd be great in promo, you would be great as a merchandiser. And there is or as some of them as CAD designers, some of them as print designers. So like my latest print is designed by a NIF student, you know. So it is my print, but I couldn't do the technicals, so she had to recreate it for me. So it depends. I mean, there is so many opportunities if they all don't do the bed chal.
Is there any memory that you have in the fashion industry that you feel, ye to nikala hi nahi jayega dimag se, it's always going to be there, it's embedded in me?
I have many such memories, frankly.
Could you share probably one or two?
Wow. There's so many. There's so many. The shoot with Prabodha and Malaika at Radisson when it just opened, I will not forget. My shoot also with Malaika and Farooq Chotia.
Okay.
And we almost died in a boat which split into two in a storm. We were returning from Alibag to the Taj, and we still made it, and how those two were cool as cucumbers, and I was like my two small children at home are waiting for their mother. And I don't know how I made it and how frightened I was. My show in South Africa and how the people reacted to me. My shoot with Madhu Sapre and Bharat Sikka at Neemrana. I will never forget how crazy it was. So there's so many. It's endless, my life of memories.
So we have these one-worder kind of games. So it's just like one word, you have to answer in a word. Had you not been a designer, what would you be?
Gardener. I'm not good at it as yet, but I would love to be.
So when you were growing up...
Oh, no, I have another role. I'd love to be a dancer.
A dancer?
Yeah, I love dancing also. Gardener and a dancer.
So when you were growing up as a kid, what did you think you'd be?
School teacher, obviously, because every kid, I wanted long hair, which I had short hair, and I used to wear a chunni around my head, and I used to always be imagining I'm teaching children and having a stick in my hand.
Really?
Obviously, control issues.
A skill you could never master.
Oh, the tech. I'm shit at it. I'm scared of technology. When I go into the swanky hotel rooms or an airline seat, I just press all the buttons.
A hair experiment you've done with yourself?
Not now, but when I was younger, I was pretty experimental. In the 90s, I went with the crew cut, the short hair. I put safety pins in my ear.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger. Grease was a big thing. And then the bandana here, which I slept with, and it left me a permanent line here.
A hobby you still continue?
Hobbies I still continue. Oh my God, I don't really have that many hobbies left. But what I do like is to daydream, watch TV, eat and lie down and eat. I don't have a great hobby.
A celebrity you'd give a perfect 10 to?
I don't think there's anybody perfect, frankly.
No?
They're
no.
all, I've always, if I can say it on television, whenever I've met celebrities, because they, poor things, are first you crave the fame, you get it. Some of them don't crave it, they get it by accident, or their beauty, or someone's discovered them, or chance or fate. And then there is this hells they have to deal with speculation of everybody watching them like zoo animals. So I truly believe the celebrity is definitely way more than any of us. They need help. We don't need help by watching them. Those guys are suffering us because we're watching them all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
They're more on the radar than what we are.
I mean, imagine someone watching your every move all the time. How panicky you would be in your stomach.
Describe your entrepreneurship in a word. Like Rina Dhaka as a fashion entrepreneur. One word.
I'm my own Nigella. I cook my own food. I don't use that many hands that help.
Okay.
Yeah.
A color that we're going to see in almost all your collections.
Oh, really? Ecru or a nude?
I'm going to see it in almost all your collections. Like it's going to be a part of something.
Yeah. Okay. Probably.
Choose one. A leather or a lace?
Lace.
Velvet or fur?
I love fur, but today it has a lot of moral consequences.
Right.
And so I would go with velvety fur because they have one.
Right. Vintage or modern?
Oh, vintage.
Anytime vintage?
Anytime vintage.
Indian, Western or Indo-Western?
I'm a Western for myself.
Right.
But when I work, it's Indian.
So if somebody had to make a movie on you, who would be the one playing your role in Bollywood?
Yeah, sure. I have been asked to.
Really?
Yeah. Who would play me well would be someone who would be my size in an international, someone with a pointy face and with who would be able to do fashion. Alia Bhatt is like a little bit not like my face,
right?
But like a Deepika would be great, but she's totally different looking. You know, like how you would never be able to get that with her.
And how about internationally, if you had to choose someone?
Oh, definitely Meghan Markle.
Describe yourself in a word.
I'm a pain in sometimes, so I don't know what to say. But I would say that I am, how would I describe myself in one word? Dogged pursuit of something foolish, I would say.
So what is that one thing that makes you feel cool?
Peace, I would say, is very important to me.
Okay.
And peace in my heart is not exactly a easy thing, because even if I'm looking peaceful outside, I may not be inside. But cool for me is so being fit is cool for me. I think when physically when you're the right size, you feel cool.
So lastly, what's your vision for the label now?
My vision is that it's not ethical. My vision is that I bring in what is my eyes of craft from our country, from our villages. I don't care actually my country, it could be any country.
Right.
And I reassemble it to countries which appreciate it very much, and a bigger involvement of those artisans in my life to see the journey. So I need the artisan participation more than just a payoff. So hopefully I'll get there one day. But you know, it creates an addiction pattern also. Like sometimes if now I want to be in that car. Oh, I love metro. But जो भी है वहाँ खड़े हो सकते. But there is a rush hour now where you know रावण के सर होते हैं. There's no जगह because the head has no place, so they put it in your crevice. And then if you move, they all have to move. Like once I had my husband's birthday and there was this huge samu. I'm always working and what kind of rubbish is this? It's not like you're earning billions. And so I had a shoot in Old Delhi with one of the really cool magazines, Vogue or Harper's or whatever. And so then they took that old Oberoi maidens because they liked that look for it. I said, if I leave from here, and he wakes up around 11ish for his Sunday. So I got up so early, I ran to the Saket metro. I got off at their metro, it was direct. Their car took me, I was home by 11:30, he didn't even know I went.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that rhythm is your one heartbeat. It's a second basically.
Yeah.
And that is also the rhythm of the earth. So, and then they've said this is a meditation of the eyes. So you have to keep going back to the eye point and then use the hands. So 5 senses have to be applied and start listening to that rhythm in your ears. So you have to use your sound thing and then you'll feel that difference. Sometimes it comes out nice when I go very close, but then when I hear it I have to get startled. Now I've got used to it.
Okay.
You are very good, by the way. They should lose you.
Thank you.
Because ये क्या कहानियाँ निकलवा ली इसने खुद भी नहीं आता.
So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for the time that you've given to INOC Fashion. Hi, we're from INOC Fashion and today we're in conversation with the designer Rina Dhaka.
Hi.
Trait in you would want to change.
Many things I want to change. You asking me to choose one.
Give me just one. कि नहीं ये तो बदलना ही चाहिए.
Rakulpreet wore one lehenga of mine. So you can't believe, like 3-4 months people keep talking about that Rakulpreet lehenga we want to see. I'm still in the process to learn. I don't know when will I learn that. So I work with the passion. I don't want to work in a pressure. You know. So the passion is जो दिल में जब आया वो बना दिया. और फिर किसको पसंद आता है ये मेरी बात.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is our powder blue lehenga, which I have done a complete different. When I was designing it, I was thinking of wearing the rubies with something.
A fashion style icon according to you, Virat Kohli or Shah Rukh Khan? I am sure it's Shah Rukh Khan.
You know what? In Mohabbatein, when Shah Rukh Khan dressed was amazing.
Oh my god, that sweater thing here.
Simple polo
Yeah.
necks and the kurta pajamas with the
Right.
odanis.